I just finished my newest sketchbook and I am so excited to share it with you, so let's get into it. This you've probably seen if you've seen my how to start a sketchbook video or whatever I called it, but that's the thumbnails, and then here was the finished sort of cover page to my sketchbook, and I have the date that I started the sketchbook and the date that I ended the sketchbook, just to fill the empty space. And then here I'm very much experimenting because this is one of my first sketchbooks where you could draw across the spread. So you'll see me do that a lot in this sketchbook. It's just like drawing something that goes over 2 pages. It's not necessary, but I felt like doing it anyway. Here I was using a green pen that I just got. It was brand new, and I really wanted to experiment drawing with dinosaurs because I love T-Rex. He's my favorite dinosaur, and I wanted to be able to draw him like all cutesy. So that was the experimentation there. And then here I found a reference for this one, and then I tried to make it cuter, and then I'm trying to use what I'm learning to be able to, you know, draw like a little pudgy T-Rex is basically my goal. And then this one kind of reminded me of a blubfish, so it's Blubrex. This, I had this idea for like a punny sticker that I'd like to sell at conventions someday, and so I had to be able to draw a squirrel. So here's me basically teaching myself to draw squirrels using references on Pinterest. And you'll see me do this a lot where I'll like block in a random sketch that I really like with a color so that it draws attention to it so you don't look at the ugly ones, you know? Practicing some more dinosaurs. Here I feel like I forgot what made those other ones good. And so it was kind of like a weird... You go through ups and downs as an artist. This was one of those points where I was like, what? I was drawing really nice T-Rexes before. What happened? But I like this one, which is why I blocked it in with color. I really like this sketch. I'm really a big fan of the way mechanical pencil interacts with the paper in this sketchbook. If you want to know what kind of sketchbook this is, the ELO sketchbook. See? ELO? Like that? I'll have a link in the description if you want to check it out. I really, really like it. I like the paper. It holds really well with like highlighters and markers and things. Like they bleed through to the page, but they don't bleed through to the page underneath the page, which is really, really cool. Here I was doing some DrawingWiffWaffles. It's where I draw my followers on Instagram. So there's a bunch of them. I really like this one and this one. Actually, I like them all. I think they turned out really cute. Like, look at that doggy. And I did some more because I had so much fun with that one. And look at this bird. Like, I've never drawn a bird before, so I'm kind of happy with that. And you'll see me use like watercolor. This looks like blood, but it's watercolor. But to like stand out certain sketches. But this is me drawing my doggy, or Poopy as I call him. This was right after he had gotten a haircut and he looked like he had a mullet, and I thought it was so cute. That one's actually really adorable. I like that. But here you'll see me trying to like exaggerate his proportions to try and find like a style of drawing dogs, because I don't want to necessarily draw them super realistic. So I'm trying to experiment, but every time I try to experiment with poodles, they start looking like a different breed, so it's a bit of a trick. Here's some just random little doodles of like blubfish or sticker ideas. Here I drew some Disney princesses. I kind of tried to draw them at the age that they would be, so like Snow White, I think it's supposed to be like 14 or something I read, which blows my mind. Yeah, and then Ariel and Rapunzel hiding down there in the corner. And then here I decided to draw every single Disney princess because I have this idea that I will draw them one day in like one big picture. So here's basically just a thumbnail of that idea. Kind of just laid them out. More people, a girl riding a dinosaur, my doggy, more dinosaurs. Tried to draw a different species. Not a huge fan of that one. I think the neck needs to be longer. But he's kind of cute. These were some ideas for a Palettefull Packs box. I was trying to come up with an idea of what to draw. And this was kind of what I had come up with. It didn't turn out as cool as these. I feel like these sketches turned out a lot better than that one did. Again, here I just drew something across the edge for no reason. It doesn't benefit the sketch in any way, but it made me feel cool, so that's what I did. And then I really like this T-Rex down here. He's funny. And then here I was experimenting with gouache, and I've never done like gouache landscapes before, and I was like, hey, those look cool when other people do it, so why don't I give it a shot? This I think is actually, I used a reference from the movie Interstellar for this. I changed all the colors and like basically changed everything about it, but that reference really, really helped for the get-go, and I think that one turned out pretty cool in the end. That one looked really wonky for a while, but I just kept like playing with it, and eventually it started looking pretty cool. But these other ones are all just basically from my head, and they definitely could have benefited from a reference. And then I just filled this with random sketches of my doggy. That one actually looks like him very well. That one doesn't. A new character that I created basically out of a whim, just drawing that. Oh, and the mechanical pencil that I'd been using for all of the sketchbook had run out at this point, and I was really, really sad, so I drew that. And so I went back to gouache. I decided to try and draw myself in gouache, so it's a self-portrait in my favorite dress, and I think this turned out way better than I expected, especially since I used primary colors, and green wasn't even a color that I had, so I had to mix it to create green, and like half of this picture is green, so I had never mixed colors before, so I feel pretty well accomplished with this one, and I'm quite happy with it. And then I used like a watercolor wash to like exaggerate and make these sketches look a little bit more interesting. But yeah, these are all supposed to be me. That's what I look like. Okay. And then a dinosaur, and my brother was playing Mario Kart, so I drew a girl in a cart. And then some dudes, because I hadn't drawn dudes in a while, so I was like, need to like shake it up a bit, draw something different. A pterodactyl, and some more T-Rexes. T-Rex playing video games. Well, this was a girl and her commander on Instagram. And then some more DrawingWiffWaffles. I don't know if I ever shared these on Instagram, now that I think about it. Here I'm using the markers from a scrawler box. I wanted to try and redeem myself because I wasn't super happy with the art that I made in that video. So I created a character based off of like a succulent. This kind of reminds me of Casey Golden's Draw This in Your Style cactus girl. But I drew this first, look, June 11th. Take that. Ballerinas. I really enjoy drawing like ballerinas or like fitness people on Pinterest because you can really like see the tones in their muscles and like their arms and things, and I think it's very helpful as an artist to know what the muscles look like. And actually, now that I think about it, these were all from my head because I just remembered when I drew this and I was like, wow, that butt looks amazing. Okay, I take back what I said, but it's still cool. References are still good. Here's some more drawings. These definitely were from Pinterest. I can remember the images that these came with, and this one especially. I actually really like that. I think it looks really cute. I feel like there's a lot of emotion to it, even though you can't see the face. So that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. I don't know. Again, using the color green for some reason. Drawing more T-Rexes, just experimenting with what their face might look like. And this little tiny one, a little sleeping one, a random girl trying to fit into the space that I had left, and then a majestic T-Rex. I like that one a lot. That was actually kind of cute. Someone with a bow and arrow. I thought that would be kind of fun to draw. This is when I had like, oh yeah, I'm pretty shaky right now, but this was one of the worst moments. I was like so shaky, but I really, really wanted to draw, so I was trying to draw things, and I tried to keep it to just gestures because that's a lot simpler and you don't have to like do details, because when it came to like doing like faces or something, that's where I was really struggling. So I just drew loose things and really weird poses, I guess, and some more sketchy, shaky hand drawings. So you'll see like none of them are very finished or polished, but I still wanted to draw, so that is what I did. Here I'm drawing some more Pinterest models. This one I like that one a lot. And then this I was using my Ohu markers. And I wrote that I could control my hand today, so this was a good day. So you can see when my hands aren't so shaky, I would like to do more like defined things. And yeah, because I can. This was just a sketch that I made, but then I wanted to see what would happen if I added some gouache. And I think the pencil is too light of a color to really look good with that. I feel like I should go over that with pen maybe. But it's kind of interesting. And then some more random doodly sketches on the opposite page. Here I didn't have any idea what to draw, so I drew this, basically. And then this I didn't like the way the body was looking, so I stuck a sticky note on it and tried again, and I like that a lot better. A little preggy, little baby, more dinosaurs. There's a lot of dinosaurs in this sketchbook. Here's a self-portrait of the outfit I wore that day using potato brown, which doesn't come in the set anymore, of Ohu markers, which makes me sad. And then this is kind of interesting. So these are the colors that I used to draw myself, but then I was like, I bet I could use those exact same colors and draw something completely different. So I did. So it was kind of like a bit of a challenge to use the same colors but in different places and see how different you can make a character look. And a little Magna girl, haven't drawn her in a while. Some sketches, trying to like figure out the proportions of my sort of second style, because I have like a style where I try, and then I have a style where I try to be jelly beanie. I don't know, looks like a jelly bean to me. So I was trying to figure out what proportions I want, like how big I really want that head to be compared to the body. So that's me experimenting with that, and then using the Ohuhu markers to draw a little girl in the summertime. And I'm actually really happy with this. I don't remember drawing that, but it looks really nice. Nice bicycle. Good job, me. Here I wanted to challenge myself to draw Pokemon as humans, but I had to figure out what the Pokemon really look like because I haven't drawn them in so long. So I drew some Eevee and some Pikachu here. Really nice. Here's my first attempts at humanizing those characters. These are kind of a little wonky. This ended up being almost the final concept for Eevee. I really liked that, but Pikachu took a little bit more finagling. And then here's my thumbnails for that, where I was experimenting with what colors to use, because it's very good to swatch out your colors before you put them straight into the finished illustration. Just stuck them in here and then drew some little tiny versions. And then went back to drawing dinosaurs. And I drew it like as a Pokemon trainer with a T-Rex. I thought that's really fun. And I don't remember doing that. She's sleeping on the tail. It's kind of cute. Some more sketches. I feel like I've drawn that girl before. She looks very familiar. And then I went back to drawing my dog. Again, trying to like figure out the proportions, but like not super realistic, and trying to find like a cartoony version. I don't know. It's an interesting fine line, I guess. And then I really like that little tiny doggy. And this is something my dog always does. He always puts his hand over his snout, and it's so cute. This, I remember I was drawing this outside, but like the sun was glaring and like the whiteness of the page was just blinding me, so I couldn't really see what I was doing. And then these I think I drew inside, because I was like, yeah, that's not working. I'm going back inside. But I like this outfit. I think it's kind of cute. Here I just used the Ohuhu markers to draw a mermaid and a random princess. I really like this is not the first time I've drawn a princess holding their ball gown like that, but I find that really, really fun to do. And since I had so much fun drawing the Eevee and the Pikachu, I wanted to draw my favorite Pokemon, which is Squirtle. So I drew a bunch of those, like a lot. And then I also wrote down what colors I used for the Ohuhu markers, if you're interested in that. You want to draw your own Squirtle. Those are the numbers I used. And that's my original character from my DeviantArt days. If you go look in my DeviantArt page, you'll see a lot of her. Oh, and then Sandshrew is my second favorite Pokemon, so there he is. Couldn't leave him out. And then I had an idea for another sticker that I wanted to do that was punny. Basically Spuggetti, but I had to learn how to draw pugs. So here's me teaching myself to draw pugs. This was really interesting because like pugs are so different than poodles, and I draw a lot of poodles, and they're like really slender, skinny dogs, and then pugs have like a much like stockier frame. So it was really, really cool to like learn how to draw that and like still use what I've learned from drawing poodles and apply it to drawing a pug, if that makes any sense. But yeah, ton of pugs. And then here I drew a pug next to a poodle, and then a random dog breed that doesn't exist. So it's just a mixture of them. So I guess a mutt. There you go. Then here I had another idea for a sticker. Avocado, but with a cat, so it's like avocado, if that makes any sense. I was trying to figure out what angle to draw it in. I kind of like this one the best, but these two are kind of cute. I don't know. Let me know which one of these you like the best, because I haven't finalized that sticker yet. So yeah, your input would be greatly appreciated. But here's my more finalized Spuggetti sticker. I was trying to come up with some more puns to like fit in with the theme of those other two that were on the other page. So like dinosaur, where he stubbed his toe, but I didn't really like that one. And then I have ramen poodles, so it's like ramen noodles, but with a bunch of poodles in the cup. I don't know. These aren't my best ideas. And then here's the one that was from the squirrels. We'll remember when I was practicing all those squirrels, it was supposed to be draw me like one of your French squirrels, you know, from Titanic. I don't know if that makes sense. And then pineapple. And of course a tiny little Squirtle, because I love him. I think that turned out really cute. Here I decided to practice some other dog breeds because I wasn't entirely sure what to draw, so I just went on the internet and googled a bunch of different dog breeds. So we have like Chow Chows and Dachshunds and pugs. Basically that's it. It was really, really fun to draw the Chow Chows because you can't really see their bodies at all. There's just so much hair, so it was definitely a different experience than drawing like a little wiener dog over there, or a pug or a poodle. And this ones you can barely see, but there's some more pugs there. You're drawing some more ladies. You can tell I didn't really know what I was drawing at this time. This was still when I was forcing myself to draw, I think, 4 pages a day because I wanted to fill this entire sketchbook in 1 month. But I got burnt out as I went along. So I didn't end up finishing it that fast. But This is still all in June. And I got so close to finishing it, I swear, but it was, I needed to take a break from drawing for a little while, so it didn't happen. Here I was doing some warm-ups because I think this is when I took a break, so like June 24th, these were June 26th, so I missed today, and I had really shaky hands at the time, so I just didn't draw, but I was like, oh, I need to get back into drawing because I've been drawing it what feels like forever. So I was just doing some like quick sketches where I like timed myself, and I didn't let myself spend more than 2 minutes on any of these. And then these ones I think I spent, oh no, that says 2 minutes. I really like this. I think I really captured like the motion and the pose of this one. I'm quite happy with that, even though it only took 2 minutes. Some of them didn't turn out as well, but that one I really, really like. I don't know what that is supposed to be. There's my pooper. This I really, really like. Went back to mechanical pencil. I forgot how much fun mechanical pencil is and like the different tones you can get out of it. It's really, really nice. I like that. And I drew a dude. Don't say I don't draw dudes. They're slim in here. They're few and far between, but they're there. This is a pretty sparse page, but we got some T-Rexes. That one looks really, really funny. He almost looks like a Totodile, honestly. And then some self-portraits and my doggy. I actually really like this. That turned out really nice. Oh, and here I realized there's so many Pokemon that I haven't drawn yet. So I started with number 1, Bulbasaur, and like worked my way around. I made it to Caterpie, number 12. That Charizard, let's just ignore the Charizard. That's not the best thing. Drawing some random people. I think this is when the draw this in your style thing was going around, and like a lot of people were drawing like these portraits with people with funny like glasses or constellations. I don't know, I was seeing a theme of a lot of galaxy stuff, so I was like drawing something sort of like that for myself. And then here I was doing the 1 marker challenge. I got the color Marigold. Oh, I was concepting what to draw for another palette full packs. I think the theme was Twisted Reality, and I wanted to draw a princess who felt dead on the inside. So those were the 2 things. And then in the video, I actually draw them on 2 separate things, and they like overlap, and you can like lift it up and see the differences. I'll have a link if you want to check out that video. I had a lot of fun creating that one. Here I was actually coming up with an idea for a different video, so I won't talk about that, but you can just enjoy that sketch if you'd like. Oh, I was testing my new Ohuhu markers to see what the difference between the new set and the old set was, that sort of thing. Here I'm just sketching out a character that I wanted to draw for my Ohuhu markers because I wanted to include a speed paint of some kind, but I just really wasn't happy with what I made at the time, so it never became a video. I did film it, but it's not a video. Here's some thumbnails I did for a watercolor illustration that I made. Here I just did some little feel-good sketches, very Loish inspired, of course. I think you could tell. I like this one too. It's very dark compared to the other ones. Like I really pushed hard. Oh, and here I was experimenting again with like what size I want everything to be. So like this version of myself is 4 heads tall. Like that's not accurate to me. This is a very cartoon style. That's not how short I am. But yeah, I was trying to experimenting, and I thought, oh, what if I had like really big hands and feet? It's sort of like a chibi style, but it's sort of my own style. And I'm not sure how I feel about the big hands and feet. It just makes me look like a hobbit, but it's also kind of cute. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. I was trying to be loose and like flowy with the characters, not just drawing someone standing there all the time. Although I really do enjoy drawing characters that are just standing on the ground. But I thought, I need to experiment more. This page I actually filmed myself drawing. You can watch me sketch this entire thing out if you're interested in that sort of thing. And hear my thought process as I went along. But yeah, I used a mechanical pencil and just sketched around in that. Here I realized it was Alfonso Muca's birthday, so I decided to redraw one of his pieces. This, I actually really like the way this turned out. It looks very Loish inspired. You know, everything's just flowy and loose, kind of like her art. Like, it's not as good as her stuff, but it reminds me of it, so it makes me feel happy. This I used a Pinterest reference, I believe, and that one as well. I'm really happy with that. I think I captured the model's face pretty well, so yeah, I'm actually really happy with that one. Then here we have the last page. Thanks, I like to draw myself thanking you for looking at my sketchbook. So, thank you for looking at my sketchbook. Because I was oh, I didn't mention that earlier. I'm also redesigning my character because you'll see, I think currently, I haven't changed it yet. I draw myself with like this like half ponytail thing, but I was like, oh, I never wear my hair like that anymore. So I was redesigning my character to look more like me and be more accurate. So yeah, that's me in my more accurate, I guess, chibi version of myself. Although this kind of looks like a hospital gown, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll need to tweak the design some more, but yeah. And then this is from this sketch to digital painting. It was just like a thumbnail to kind of figure out what I wanted to draw. So I drew it kind of tiny first and then transferred it to a different piece of paper. And then the cool thing about this sketchbook is it actually has pockets, but I usually use this for like random napkin sketches or stuff, but I didn't have any this go around. But I did stick one of my stickers in here. This is something I drew. If you remember from my old sketchbook, I had the little sketch in the bottom corner of one of the pages. I did make it into a sticker, and I'm really happy with this. Like, look at those hands. Hands are hard to draw, man. Let me have my moment. Oh, and this other thing is just something that came with the sketchbook. Anyway, that was my sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed looking through it. I had a lot of fun filling it, that's for sure. This is my 19th sketchbook, so I'm about to start my 20th sketchbook, but I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. It's supposed to come today, but it's taking forever. Otherwise I'd show it. I'd be like, hey, look, my new sketchbook. But it's gonna look exactly like this one because I really enjoyed this sketchbook. It was a lot of fun. And I like the way that you can like draw across the spread. It was really fun. Yeah, I just keep saying that, don't I? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!